Fight, fight, fight. The girls are fighting. Welcome to the hood where it's all good, honey. You in the hood now, baby. Hey, Illinois Glow, my moderator. So, honey, I have to tell y'all, good morning and Happy New Year. If I hadn't said New Year to y'all before. Honey, I have been entertained most of the night listening to incoming opinion and Treez's. Honey, I do remember it's been about a year ago, and I went on incoming opinions panel. So Treez sees me up there, and she hops her ass up there, and she started telling incoming about me and her beef, and incoming like Treez, hood, is that true? And I'm like, look, I'm just gonna pop off of here because that ain't got nothing to do with you. And basically, I thought it was cap because of the fact that I genuinely liked it incoming opinion. But for her to let Trees just go off on a tangent and bring up shit and call herself dragging me or whatever have you, I just thought that was fake. I was done with incoming. I think I did a video on her and I ain't talked about her since. Now, ironically, I don't know how this came on my timeline. I don't think I'm subscribed. I think I'm subscribed to Trees. I don't think I'm subscribed to incoming, or I may be. I don't know. But anyway, it ended up coming on my timeline. Incoming's chat last night. Very, very entertaining. I think what popped off is when she said, Trees, bring your pussy ass on my panel. Whore. Oh, God. I said, oh, good morning, Vila Shay. Vila Shaw. I don't know how to say it. I don't know what I'm talking today. I say, oh, the girls are fighting. Now, what I will tell you as far as the drag session. So I had to go back after I listened for a couple of hours because that was like a 7-hour live. Let me tell y'all go on Incoming Opinions channel. If you want to hear a good drag, go look at her live last night. It was 7 hours. And it wasn't just her dragging. It was everybody on the panel dragging Trees. The ironic thing was some of these people be in Trees chat. And the things that they were saying, oh my goodness. The things that they were saying, it's like, okay, y'all truly felt this way about her, right? It's the typical stuff that people say, talking about her daughter, how she treats her daughter, calling her daughter demon daughter. She on drugs, she begged for cash apps, she's a scammer, she got a husband is begging for cash, that kind of stuff. And some of these people have supported Trees. It's just ironic that I guess they picked a side, but the things that they were saying, it wasn't surface level. It was deep shit. You see what I'm saying? Which appears kind of fake to me. So after I listened to this rant off and on, because incoming would come on, then she would get off, and then the people on the panel would be dragging Trees, and I'm like, this is just the life right here. Like, I mean, this is just entertaining. And I would say she drugged the fuck out of Trees. Okay. So I went back to one of Tree's lives just to kind of hear where this started. Trees, she hadn't full out came and dragged the bitch. Okay, she had. Y'all know she could get down with the get down. I think at first she was kind of surprised by the response she got from incoming, but then she basically called a bitch, and then she kept it moving. I'm just saying that's just how she was doing. But in the midst, yeah, she drug her a little bit, but it wasn't a full out drag. She really held off on her. Okay. Now they said something happened on Christmas or the day after Christmas. I hadn't looked at this into that yet, but apparently this whole is very unfortunate because this beef seemed like it's a big misunderstanding between two people we thought was friends. It's kind of like the beef Trees had before. What when Trees get it in her head, sometimes you can't back her off of it. You see what I'm saying? But I remember her getting into it with somebody else. And then she had to kind of backdoor it, but she did apologize and they squashed things and things were better. So I think this could have went that way. But when they start calling names and talking about, them talking about Tree's daughter and that situation and all kinds of stuff. That stuff goes really deep within surface level. I don't see them coming back from this. But what happened was apparently incoming had some chats or a separate chat, and the people in it made some comments about Trees. Well, of course, some of the people in it screen recorded, screenshotted, and basically brought these receipts back to Trees that this was being said about her. Trees' issue is it wasn't more so what they were saying. It was to her, it was more meaningly because it was on incoming opinions chat and she was allowing them. How can you allow grown women to do anything or not to talk trash on her? So Tree says she would never let nobody come on her channel to talk shit on her on incoming because she would shut the shit down because you ain't supposed to talk trash on her who's supposed to be my friend or associate on my channel. So incoming basically, I guess, ignored it and didn't really, well, they say she ignored it and they say she said some things. And but if you listen to the drag, this shit is deep. This shit goes deep, deep. It really shows truly how you felt about her from the get go. I'm just saying. So, so Trees responded to be like, okay, incoming went on her channel, which she says she rarely hits. Trees says she rarely hits her link, and she said basically, well, that was them saying it. I didn't say it. You know what I mean? I didn't have nothing to do with that. And why does it matter to you when you're not in the chat anyway? And so Trees was like, well, she's fake, fuck her, and kept it moving. I don't know, like over a couple of weeks this and expanded to be these 8-7 hour drags, and Trees hadn't dragged her like she can drag her, but she just said some things. She started with the name calling and cursing her out and stuff like that. But basically talking not directly to her, but about her. So anyway, it rubbed incoming opinion the wrong way. So incoming opinion was like, Trees, bring your ass on my panel. So here it goes. It's kind of like dodgeball. One team over there, the other team over there, and they're waiting for the first person to throw the damn fucking ball. So Tree's on her live telling incoming, bring your ass over here. I was on live first. Incoming saying, Trees, bring your ass over here. And nobody is throwing the goddamn ball. but very entertaining in itself, I would say. Very entertaining. But we didn't been here done that, haven't we? Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. Why would I have a conversation with Jaguar? This ain't got nothing to do with Jaguar. Oh, thank you, pretty butterfly. I'm trying to give it to y'all in briefly in a nutshell, butterfly, because let me tell you, it it was very time consuming, and so I was just trying to see. I don't really listen to neither one of them, but when I saw incoming drag trying to call Trees to her panel and calling her a pussy ass and to suck her and God, I'm telling you, she went low, low. Like, really? Trees didn't even go that low. She went low, low. She talked about her husband. She talked about her children. She talked about what kind of man you got. You got to beg people. She talked about you making a fool out of these people. You ain't nothing but a scammer. So really, y'all call yourself in friends and this is really how you felt about her? I say. But it was gonna bound to happen anyway. It was bound to happen anyway. So, and I feel like incoming felt a certain kind of way about Trees anyway because she wasn't over there on her panel. She wasn't hitting Lily. She didn't ride with her like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. I guess Trees thought it was deeper than that. It was all over the place, son. Oh yeah, it was all over the place. Oh yeah, she talked to she's like, what kind of woman would come on live and talk about their husband's teeth and his balls and he got a wife and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, really? All that stuff, you don't just come up with that kind of drag overnight. Okay? That man your ass been talking about her probably with those people for a hot minute. And it wasn't just it was some of the typical stuff that you hear everybody say about Trees. Call her the rotten root, said she stink, said the people at the store said she stink. I'm like, said she don't take a bath. So incoming the whole time, this whole year, y'all was friends. This is really truly how you felt about this woman. But I would tell you, she dragged the crap out of her. Hey, y'all can go watch in the sections because I don't think y'all can engulf all that at one time. I couldn't. I said, okay, I didn't heard enough of bitch and D's and all of that. Scam me. I didn't heard all enough of that. She would get off, come back on. And I think by the end she was full or drunk because she was learning her speech or whatever. Then she want to talk about hear her. Oh, I tried to go on hers too. Hear her just hear her. She want to make everything about her. Hear her. She wasn't even talking about you. She talking about Trees. Hear her keep putting herself into stuff. Girl, sit down. Girl. And then she was screaming. I tried to listen to hear her, but she started screaming. And I'm like, I don't know how her children and her husband can sit in the house with her screaming like that. I said, oh, sister girl, I gotta click off. She giving me a headache. I went back on to incoming and listened to them for a little bit. And then I listened to Trees. I hadn't listened to the Christmas thing, but it sounds like a big misunderstanding. And I feel like as women, they should have talked online and squashed that. Because really, y'all tripping on what other people saying. But I understand where Trees coming from too, because really, truly, that was just the tip of the iceberg with her allowing them to talk about Trees in her chat. However, now look at all the shit she just said about Trees. So now it looks like Incoming been talking about Trees or felt a certain way about Trees, which goes to prove what Trees said. I gotta give it to her. That's fake. That's a fake fair weather ass friend. And if you have a true friendship, you would sit offline or talk offline and squash this shit. Cause really, truly, it's about these people carrying the bones that kept the mess up or brought the mess to each other. I mean, come on now. So it just really showed they wasn't really friends anyway. Maybe Trees felt like she was a true friend, and Incoming really never really fucked with Trees. But I remember when I got on Incoming opinions chat, and she let Trees go clearly off on me, and Incoming didn't know me. She didn't stop her, but she wasn't in the shit anyway. But she basically allowed her to bash me on her damn panel. So it just to me it shows the path. There is no friends on YouTube. We already know that. You see what I'm saying? They fall in and they fall out. I don't see how they can go back to being acquaintances after she didn't went so low. I didn't hear Trees get as low as that because I don't think too much people know much about Incoming. To be honest with you. And she made sure that was clearly known. So anyway, y'all go check out those ladies. And yeah, Hear Her is back. Is Hear Her TV3. I didn't even know. They was joking about that. They like, what is she? Hear Her 72? Hear Her 73? I didn't even know Hear Her had another channel. But yeah. Oh, it's just too much. But anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all go check them ladies out. Give them a view. And y'all drop it in the comments what y'all find out. If y'all hear anything else, bring the tea over here, honey. Drop it in the comments and hit me up on Instagram. We out of here. Have a great day.